Good day and welcome. Thank you for joining me today. Hope you're having a great day. Continuing my baseball franchise. We are 83-0. We're on a little bit of a tear here. We like to win, win, win. That game was a big blowout, but some of them were actually, they even had the lead at times. Guess we're done June though, eh? Go to Saturday, Boston. Kevin Kiermaier is no longer on fire. Hopefully he gets back on fire again. Anyway, don't forget to like and all that stuff if you can. That'd be awesome. Helps a lot during the beginning of the stream.
Welcome to Rogers Center. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Boston Red Sox and the Toronto Blue Jays. First pitch coming at
Okay, we're in the red unis today. Special game day.
Just about to get started. And starting this one, Jose Barrios.
His career ERA's been under 4.
Barrios.
What I like most about him is his reliability. Takes the ball every fifth day, ready to go whenever the manager calls.
All right, ready to go here. Raimel Tapia up to hit.
The left fielder, Raimel.
All right, all right, all right.
The pitch. That one misses, and that's how this game gets started.
Oh, I thought that'd be in.
Next offering is
That one was in.
1-1.
Tapped softly on the ground. Guerrero takes it to the bag. One up, one down.
Got him first out.
Batting second, the designated hitter, Christian Arroyo.
Here's Christian Arroyo.
Come on, Blue Jays, let's go.
Let's go, Blue Jays. Let's go. Bonk, bonk.
That one's in there, 0-1.
Got him.
One down, base is empty. That's in there.
Quickly down 0-2 in the count. I think you got to choke up a little bit, spread out the
Nice.
feet. You don't know what the velocity or the location of this next pitch is going to be.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way.
There we go,
So
2
great
down.
pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch.
Strong start by the old team.
Out, space is empty. Rafael Devers up next for the Red Sox. Swings through that. Rafael Devers, part of that 2018 team that won it all. But over the past couple of years, he has really turned into one of the top hitters, certainly one of the top left-handed hitters in the American League. Here comes a pitch. Outside corner, there's a strike.
Yeah, and his ability to handle pitches as well outside the zone on the fringes, just impressive. We'll never forget the night he
Right
hit
there.
a home run off of Aroldis Chapman slightly above the top of the strike zone and just clobbered it to left center field.
Yeah, that pitch was over 100 miles an hour from Chapman And he raked it out of the ballpark. Got it by him for the K.
All right, that's the first inning for them.
Down in order, go
Now let's see if we get some bats going.
Their chance. No score. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show.
Battens. I can hear my heart.
Back here at the ballpark, our starter in this one, Nick Pivetta.
Well,
All right, Nick. Chase you on the first inning would be ideal.
With those numbers, you expect to be in a ball game and have an opportunity to win, and really, that's all his teammates can ask for. So we'll see if he's able to be consistent in this one.
And now for the Jays, Whit Merrifield.
All right, Whit.
The wind to the pitch.
That's a decent hit. Be able to get second.
That one's going to get into the corner. Around first, digging for two. Throw is offline, and he's got a double.
Nice.
Well,
Good double to start.
Going. There's no stopping this guy.
And I can't even imagine the pressure he's under. He's asked about it every day from everyone, not just the media, but just anybody he comes across. So for him,
Glad he lost his hitting streak.
Keep on getting the knocks.
I think he's my leader now, that guy.
I know he's trying to just win ball games, but honestly, this streak is arguably bigger than the team right now.
And that should be extra bases.
Run it home.
Around third, he will score, and it's 1-0. Oh, he throws it away.
Ah, my guy could have made second probably.
Mission accomplished there.
That's okay. We could steal.
To give him the lead. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball.
We're just doing the cookies, eh?
Yum, yum, cookie. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Bo Bichette up to the dish. Kiermaier on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
When your catcher's not a great thrower, you have to do a better job at controlling the running game. And that's throwing over, that's stepping off, doing whatever you can to try to keep that base stealer's rhythm off. Well,
I don't know if that's faster sliding there, but
have to make some type of adjustment, or guys are going to be running all game.
Yo one. That's hard hit on the line. And out number one.
right to the center guy.
Batting fourth, the right fielder, Joe Springer.
Right, is it time for a Springer dinger?
Springer to step to the plate. Enters the day third in the American League batting race.
It's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
That's
not going to be good.
Makes the grab. Runner tags at second. And now a wide throw to third.
Batting fifth,
All right, we got him on third at least.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. Homered last night. Added another hit as well.
That's out of here. Oh, it's
Trying to steal
foul.
a first pitch strike with the breaking ball right there, but he was all over it in the box. Kind of sets up an interesting at bat the rest of the way. A little chess match here.
Ground ball left side. Tosses to first. Out number 3. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's an early 1-0 lead. This is Toronto Blue Jays baseball on the show, Canada.
Well, at least we got one. Oh, it's nice to start the game with one.
Top of the second. Now it's the veteran outfielder, Adam Duvall.
number 18.
Singy, Adam Duvall's a guy that's had a nice career, but 2021, the year that was kind of the signature year in his resume. And a pitch. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, most importantly, a World Series champion with the Atlanta Braves. First inning World Series Grand Slam. The swing he will never forget.
The next pitch misses. And
That's pretty close, that one.
Duvall split that season between Miami and Atlanta in 21. Ended up winning the Gold Glove, and he led the National League in runs batted in. And George makes the grab.
Batting fifth. The
Justin
shortstop,
Turner now.
Justin
No hits in the shutout yesterday afternoon.
Guess there would be no hits in the shutout, eh?
And that's in there for strike one. Berrios, he's the kind of starter
Forget to
that a
like
lot
if
of
you haven't
pitching
liked
coaches
yet.
and
That'd be
managers
awesome.
as well really appreciate. Not a guy who's going to get
Helps with
himself
the
into trouble
algorithms
by
and all that.
dancing around by walking guys. Popped up to the left into foul ground. Great catch, foul ground up against the wall.
Got the pitch that he wanted, just a little bit quick. Front shoulder open, backside collapsed a little bit, and the launch angle not where he needed it to be.
Ad.
Reese McGuire.
Definitely with the ad.
Yeah, he throws strikes, and he's got the command, be in the zone, be effective, but just moving the ball around, getting
Forward.
the ball back from the catcher, Boog, and throwing the pitch.
It was good to get forward ads. Hopefully they were nice for him.
And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. And that will drop foul. It's an interesting thing when you consider limiting walks. Is it more important today because of how many home runs are being hit?
No doubt. Keeping guys off the base paths with the way.
So the ad's done now for you.
Retires the side, and that'll do it. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. They trail here 1-0.
Did you vote in the poll, Stephanie? Because if you did, it's not for who I thought you would.
Chance in the hit.
Toronto, the catcher, Danny.
And now he'll ask for time and step out of the box. The pitch. Here's a swing and a
Out of here!
He knew it.
My day off was okay. I watched
Sends it out of here. Home run number 50 on the year.
I watched
And they boost their
Quantum
lead. It's
Ant-Man
2-0.
Quantumania. And it had that Welcome Back song in it, actually. I thought that was kind of cool. Yeah, no way. I thought you voted for Superman, eh? I thought for sure you'd vote for the Harry Potter character.
Arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrist to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
Up to the plate is Brandon Belt. And first
Oh.
off, is fouled off. There's a buzz in the stadium every time he comes to the plate as he tries to extend his hitting streak.
Well, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
And that one wrapped foul. Brandon Belt, who grew up in Texas, played his college ball at the University of Texas, and then went on to win World Series with the Giants.
Oh, striked out.
2012 and 2014. They called him the captain
Darn
for a
it.
couple of years.
Yeah, and I remember Bruce Bochy talking about Brandon Belt when he was just coming up to the big leagues and said he was a left-handed Buster Posey.
Now it's Matt Chapman. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. Here's a high fly ball out to
Think they're gonna catch that one.
Has it sized up. Hauls it in, 2 away.
So what was your logic in picking Superman?
The left fielder,
And now it's Dalton Varsho, 5th in the American League in RBIs.
You think you'd be able to tell people how to do baseball good?
That one is absolutely.
There we go.
That's back there. And that one is gone.
Out of here!
7th home run of the season, and they tack one on the board. It's 3-0. Singy, he's got a nice hitting streak going, and he extends it another game with that swing.
So locked in right now, Boog, and clearly it's not like he's just stringing singles together during this streak. It's really impressive how he's able to take an outside fastball, get around it, and hit it with authority to the pull side. Most guys are popping up weakly to the opposite field.
Whit Merrifield up to the plate. It's softly on the ground left side. Slings it across.
Yeah, that's not
And
great,
that's
eh?
the third out. But the long ball was working in this inning. Not once, but twice. It's now 3-0. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Welcome back. And here's the veteran outfielder, Enrique Hernandez.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
That one fouled off. Hernandez in his 8th season, 31 years old, and he was a 6th-round draft pick back in 2009.
Let's try to put Hernandez out.
Now the 0-1. And that's in for a strike.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Pitch misses. Ball 1. Righty delivers. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Swings and misses.
Got him.
Up in the zone for the strikeout.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location.
Yeah, but the question isn't who's good at baseball. The question is who's good at coaching baseball. So that's why I thought for sure you'd be picking the Harry Potter character. He's like so smart, you know?
Here's Bobby Dahlbeck.
And, you know, the
Swing and a miss. Going 1.
different qualities to all of them, but it isn't necessarily about who's good at hitting the ball or who would hit it hard, because it's other players that would be doing it when you're the coach.
Righty to the plate. Bounding ball here, rolls foul.
Well, it looks like you changed your mind now.
Now 2 away. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
Actually, being strong doesn't make you a good baseball player either, to be
No
honest.
hits in the shutout last night.
It might be good for home runs, but they'd have to be really
Hitting 9th in today's lineup.
have good hand-eye coordination as well.
0-1 now.
Well, he's gotten ahead.
I don't think Superman would. Superman, if he hits it, it would like
Right here. He can go up, he can
it
go
would
away,
like
he can
Sonic.
add velocity,
It'd be
he can
gone.
subtract.
You know who'd probably be better at baseball out of the superheroes? Flash. I think Flash would be super good at stealing bases. All you need is contact, get on base, you know?
Swings and misses. Had him
He can
way out front of the
slow down
center.
time, so he'd be
Red
good
Sox
at
go down
hitting.
quietly. They trail it here 3-0.
Yoda could nudge it with the force too as a coach. So he'd probably be a good choice.
Ready to go for the last half of the
Although he
inning.
seems like a pretty honest chap.
Kiermaier goes 6'1", 210 pounds. He joined the team as a free
He
agent.
might not nudge it. If Anakin was,
And first offering is fouled off.
Well, these Jays.
you got your haircut,
Good job
just one of them.
Getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. And here's a stat for you, Boog. They're making.
Swing,
Oh, that's a
this
good
one's
hit.
Blasted. It's got a chance. It one hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. And that's a double.
Couldn't have timed it up.
Which
Any better
haircut
than
did you
that.
get?
Put a pretty good swing on that one as he drove it out to deep left. Didn't quite have the right combination of launch angle and exit velocity to get it over the fence, but
Oh, your foster mom cut your hair. Oh, okay.
So man aboard, Bo Bichette next up for the Blue Jays.
Got more than one hair?
Power, but great contact skills. One of the best contact hitters in the game.
Ah, man, Bo missed there.
Runner leads away at second. Hit hard, that gets through. Kiermaier coming home. Here's the throw to the plate. He beats it safe. And they
There we go. Kiermaier ran one in.
His mechanics hits against a
Bob haircut. Oh, okay. Well, I'm sure probably a good time to get your haircut because it's starting to get hot out, eh? So kind of probably nice and cooler than it was.
The batter is George Springer. 0 for 1 with a flyout. On the ground.
Oh crap, that's right too.
Second, there's one. Plenty of time at first. That's a double play.
The batter, the first baseman.
That was unlucky.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Not only can he hit the cover off the ball, he's got a great.
Did you lose a lot of hair length?
And first offering is fouled off. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., he's made Dad proud so far in his career. Multiple all-star appearances. A guy who was born in Montreal way back when, 1999, when his dad was playing for the Expos.
Yeah, and so much violence with that swing. Exit velocity is charged and very fun to watch. More plate discipline than Dad.
There we go.
That's through for a base hit.
Well, like, did you take off like several inches or just a little bit?
About the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped, caught out in front, and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on it.
Danny Jansen to hit here. He's already homered in this one.
Was your hair like super long before?
Line drive.
That's a decent hit.
And that one hops the wall. Turner relay to second, and he's there with a double.
There we go.
Well, Singy,
just a little bit, eh? Oh, okay.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody.
How often do you normally get your haircut?
The way
Is
that
like
he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
every couple of weeks or a couple months or.
Next is the designated hitter, Brandon Bell. He struck out swinging in his first at bat. Swung on, Belcher.
That looks pretty solid.
That one back there, and that is gone.
There we go, off the ball. 3 in.
The bases, home run number 55 on the year. It's 7-0.
Nice, eh?
Well, I'm not really sure how he kept that fair. When you're out in front on a breaking ball like that, such a good chance that it's going to hook foul, but not this time. He kept the hands moving forward just long enough.
There we go, chase the pitcher.
And now Alex Cora is out of the dugout, and he will make a move for the bullpen. Nick Pivetta done for the afternoon, and the home run really bit him today as he exits on the hook for the loss. New arm coming on after the break. Righty reliever out of the pen, Cutter Crawford.
There we go, new guy.
Game with the bases empty.
Cutter.
So 2 away with nobody on. Matt Chapman up to the plate now.
That one's out of here too, maybe.
Hit it well out to the deepest part of the outfield.
Just wide. Can't remember the last time. It's been that long, eh?
And a pitch. And fouled off.
Does your foster mom normally cut your hair, or do you go to the hairstylist usually?
In the air out to center.
I had chicken.
And that is that.
They got me. Chicken and some
right here, a 3-run homer.
corn and
It's
stuff.
now 7-0. And welcome back. John Shambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Raimel Tapia.
There we go. We got to put them out now. You like the Blue Jays' red uniform?
The pitch. And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Red Sox just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. They've gone down on strikes at a high rate today, so it's probably
we gotta be
time
careful.
to
Almost
simplify
got
the
the guy.
approach and just find ways to put the ball in play.
The 1-1. And that one fouled off.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some guys. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick.
There we go, Varsho. Got it.
Away for the out.
Up next for the Red Sox, the designated hitter.
Now the number 2 hitter, Christian Arroyo. He was a strikeout victim his first time. In there for strike 1.
Well, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
That one finds the zone. No balls, 2 strikes. Goes down looking.
There we go. We got another guy. I'm going to the bathroom real quick.
Rolling on the mound. He's looking very much on his game in the early parts of this one, Boog. Fully on the attack with these hitters.
That's 7 strikeouts already, so he's got a good pace going, no doubt. Devers now went down on strikes his first time through. Chris, you ready for a nugget?
Ready.
Rafael Devers homered in 3 straight games against the Yankees before he turned 21. The only other player to do that, Babe Ruth.
fans, summer has officially arrived. And there's no better way to beat the heat than by joining us right here at the ballpark. With lots of giveaways, promotions, and great baseball to come, you can't lose. Pick up a pocket schedule at any stadium ticket window and come out to the ballpark this summer. Fans, it's time to upgrade someone from the cheap seats to the best seat in the house, courtesy of MLB The Show. All right.
Thank you for being patient.
And here we go. Our winner is...
If you were indeed patient. I lost a couple people, it looks like.
Correctly. Congratulations, Kurt. You and your family can move down to 4 seats behind home plate. Again, Kurt...
But you know, you gotta go when you gotta go. You used to go to the hairdresser before COVID, but since you can't go during the pandemic, your foster mom cuts. Oh, okay. The pandemic has been declared over, though. So you know, I don't know. You might have went to the hairdresser like last time or something, since you couldn't remember when.
And that's in there at the
Last time she cut it was.
bounce to the right side. Guerrero steps on the bag, and
There we go. We got him.
Nothing doing for Boston. Not going their way. It's 7-0. Back now in Toronto. Bottom 4, and now for the Jays, Dalton Varsho. The wind and the pitch.
That's true. It's good to be careful.
Now this is in the air down the line.
Oh, it's just out.
Into the corner, but it's foul. Right-handed reliever.
All right, looks like that one has a good trajectory by Varsho. So yes, if you think it is out of here. No, if you think it is not. You have 10 seconds.
You are our guest.
Spike, thank you for liking. Jake as well earlier. I don't know, that might be from last time even. Yeah, there's only one reaction so far. Spike, thank you for liking. I don't know, Stephanie, you haven't liked yet, have you? So don't forget to like when you get a chance. Yes. All right. Well, we'll see if you're correct. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll see if you are correct.
That one hammered left field. That ball's carrying. Gone.
It's out of here. You're correct.
Another homer. His second home run of the game. It's 8-0. He put a charge into that one.
That was a
There we got another reaction now up there. You liked? That should pop up in a second then, I guess. There it is. 70, thank you for liking.
Works like a slider. You got to stay on it, let it travel a little bit, and then get your arms extended. Really good piece of hitting right there.
Now here's the leadoff man for the Blue Jays, Whit Merrifield.
All right, Wits, let's get a hit.
Line drive.
There, that's a good one. Whit on base, eh?
Back-to-back base hits. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming
George
about.
Springer was the June player of the month, so it was Guerrero Jr. the first month. Now it's
Here's Kevin Kiermaier.
Springer.
Out towards right center field. Hernandez has it sized up.
A little bit of a fly ball there.
Makes the grab, one down.
The batter, number 11, shortstop, Bo. Fish Jets.
Yeah, fish, coleslaw, macaroni salad. Nice. That sounds pretty healthy.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Drilled out towards
That looks like a solid hit.
And
Out of here!
He'll touch them all. His 38th of the year. It's 10-0. That's their 5th homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby.
Look at that dance. That's cool. Does your fish have bone in it? I hate when I have to pick the bones out of fish.
You're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction.
It's so slow to eat.
Here's George Springer. And there's a rocket into the outfield. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
No bones.
That makes it a 15-game hitting streak. And there's some buzz about it now, Singy.
It's nothing crazy, but it does say a lot about how well he's seeing pitches and really making solid contact, barreling up the baseball at times, and everything it seems he's hitting hard. As hot as he is, I could see this streak going for a little while longer.
And here is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Swing and a line drive and a base hit up the middle. The throw to third. The tag out.
Oh, they got him.
Hey, as a former center fielder, I'm feeling pretty good right now. It's an excellent job by this guy to come up throwing and deliver a strike to third base. Now, for the offense, that's a tough one to swallow because you never want to lose a runner in scoring position by making it out at third base.
So, man aboard. Danny Jansen will hit next. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. That one back there to the warning track, makes the catch.
Oh, they got it. Can you believe it?
In this inning, not once but twice. It's now 10-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Back here at Rogers Center, all set for the start of the inning. Now it's going to be Adam Duvall.
Adam Duvall.
And the right-hander back to work.
Right there, eh?
In for a strike. It's 0-1.
You know, these Red Sox just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. We're in the back half of the game, and they're still searching for a base runner. He's been great out there on the mound, no doubt, but it's also been a disappointing performance at the plate to this point.
Foul ball there.
And as we get deeper, it's not going to get any easier. These at-bats are going to feel more and more desperate with every out the rest of the way.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Out of here.
Strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
So now Turner in on that right side. Popped out and foul ground first time through. Check swing, but he went too far. And it's 0-1. And strike two. The Red Sox yet to pick up a hit here.
Oh, geez, that bounced all over him, eh?
Pretty impressive. We haven't seen that pitch from him much, but he's got a really good feel when he throws it.
fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location,
All right.
in my opinion.
2 outs.
Bring bada.
Comes up to hit. Reese McGuire. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. And the right-hander deals. Swinging a foul straight back.
Well, this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
And a ground ball to first. Guerrero takes it himself, and that'll do it. Down in order go the Red Sox. Not looking good. They're down 10-0.
That's pretty rough for the old Red Sox.
Back now to start the bottom of the 5th, and taking over on the mound, Tanner Houck.
New pitcher.
A little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Now it's the Toronto designated hitter, Brandon Bell.
Hit an absolute tape measure shot last time up.
The pitch. There's a swing and a drive. Hernandez moving back for it. Looking up. Pulls it in.
Oh, he got it.
Almost a loud start to the inning on that first pitch. Man, he's going to want that one back, no doubt.
Here's Matt Chapman. Swinging a foul straight back. And the 0-1.
That
one looks like it's out of here. Oh, no.
He could get a swing and miss on that, but doesn't fool the hitter with that breaking ball. Nice job, just couldn't keep it fair.
This one high in the air.
That one's a pop-up.
Tapia makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
Dalton Varsho digs in now.
Flashed his power last time, blasted one over the wall to the opposite field.
And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
Looks like he went up there guessing on the first pitch and was going to sell out to it. Didn't make any contact, though.
At the belt and fires. Hard on the ground to first.
Yeah.
Takes it to the bag, out with room to spare, and that's the inning. Blue Jays go down in order, but they still hold a 10-0 lead.
All right. Hernandez next.
Top 6. Here's Kike Hernandez.
The center fielder, number 5, Kike Hernandez.
And the pitch. And there's a ball. Foul ball. The wind of the pitch. Ground ball to the right side, and it gets through for a hit. Their first of the ball game.
Bugger, eh? Well,
The first baseman, Bobby.
Man at first. Still stepping in for Boston, Bobby Dahlbeck.
you know, it's one thing about when I went to the washroom there. Good thing they're not following the real rules because they have 15 seconds to throw that pitch.
Years old, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2016. And that one in the air center field. Makes the catch, and there's 1 gone.
Now batting, second baseman, Yu Chang.
And stepping in for Boston, Yu Chang struck out swinging his first time. Slapped foul. 0-1. And it's fouled away. Kicks and deals. Got him swinging.
470.
Now at 10 Ks with still a few innings left, so expect him to add on to that total. And pitchers are looking to have a strikeout per inning. I mean, that's excellent work. The way it looks now, I mean, he's going to have a better rate than that in this one. So really good stuff working on the mound in this one.
Tapia in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, this looks like it's going to be a wasted opportunity. It's frustrating when you get the leadoff man on, but you can't get him into scoring position. They're going to need a big knock. Try to put something up on the board.
And he flips a breaking ball in there or a changeup.
Either one. Something off speed. Good arm action on it. Whatever it was.
Hernandez leads
That is the final answer.
And down on strikes. And that is that. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Blue Jays 10 and the Red Sox
Due up,
nothing.
Bo Bichette. That was close.
Ballpark. Now it's the second baseman, Whit Merrifield.
Second baseman, Whit.
Merrifield, in his 8th season, a member of the 1,000 hit club, and his last 10 games stand out. He's homered in 4 of them, and he deals. Up the middle, Turner collects it. Now the throw to first on the run. He's in there.
Well, he did all he could at short to try to make an amazing play and almost got it done, but good hustle down the line, and that's an earned infield hit.
And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Kevin Kiermaier. In the air, left side. Tapia settles under it. Makes the catch
darn it.
to the out.
Now batting, the shortstop, Bo Bichette.
Now it's the shortstop, Bo Bichette. Howe, the tall righty, 230 pounds, a former first-round pick back in 2017. And that one hammered. That's back. Banks off the wall. Lead runner holds at third, so 2 runners in scoring position.
I should have stole a base and then he would have ran home.
He's looking pretty much unstoppable at the plate. Absolutely blasted that one into the gap, but just didn't have quite enough to clear the wall out there. Maybe a little more elevation under it and it carries over, but that's a swing you'll be happy with every time.
Second and third, one gone. And the batter now, George Springer.
You are our guest.
And there's a base hit to left. And the runner is in to score from third.
Caesar, thank you for liking.
Throw comes in and holds the runner at third. They're at the corners now.
And for sharing, much appreciated.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
And now it's going to be Vladimir.
Oh, not there. Okay, how about here? Ooh, that feels good.
I ripped a liner into center.
Oh, I missed.
That one, 0-1. Bichette on third. Springer over at first with 1 away.
Oh, that's terrible.
Left side could be
Double
2.
play.
Takes it himself for 1. Throw to first, but he beat it.
You
But safe at
are our
first.
guest.
It's a fielder's choice.
Oh. Fielder's choice. Travis, thank you for liking.
And now Danny
Much
Jansen.
appreciated.
That one ripped.
That's pretty solid.
Tapia moving back.
Get out of here.
Racing back.
It's out of here.
Danny Jansen hits one out. He's done it again. His second homer of the game. And they add to the lead. It's 14-0. Singy, that's his 99th career homer.
Well, he's probably already
That he's working on number 100 now.
Don't think too hard because you'll start to struggle. 100 is a really nice number to get to, though. Power versus power right there, like two locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? Well, a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball.
New pitcher.
So the Red Sox bring on a new pitcher, Richard Blyer.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. Tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
2 outs, nobody on. So up next for Toronto, Brandon Belt. Into center.
Pretty solid, but I think he's going to catch it.
Has it sized up. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. So it's 4 runs for him, 4 hits, no errors, and no one left. We're through 6 full. Jays lead it 14-0. Welcome back. Top of inning number 7. Now it's the DH.
All right, 62 pitches.
The right-hander back to work. He swings and fouls one off.
When a guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes as a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day.
Next offering is fouled back. And a pitch. And now 1-2.
No, not even swing at that one.
He goes down looking.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
And here is Devers, struggling on the road this season. Better results at home. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. And here it comes. And a big swing and a miss.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Pulled the string on the changeup. Chris, 3rd time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today. Economical with the pitch count.
Adam Duvall at the plate, having more success against left-handed pitching this season, as might be expected.
All right.
And he swings.
Fortunately, my guy's not a left hand.
These guys have been very aggressive early in the count, but when you're down, you might want to be a little more patient. Take some pitches, see if you can extend those at bats and get some base runners on.
That's off the mark, and now it's even 1-1. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
So far, all we've seen in this at bat are fastballs. Look for him to slow it down right here ahead in the count.
This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Puts the squeeze on that one, and that'll end the inning. Red Sox go down quiet.
Got him.
This one's pretty much over. 14-0. And welcome back. And here is Matt Chapman.
And still looking for that hit to keep this streak going, and this might be his last shot at it, Boog.
The pitch. And that's ripped into left. Base
There, he's got his hit.
And his hitting streak continues. There have been almost no bad days for him in the past month.
This guy's running hot, Boog, and people around the league are paying serious attention to this streak now, especially the pitchers that are trying to slow him down.
Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays. And that one is lifted in the air.
Oh, they got it.
Nice running grab. And there's one away.
Turn it.
The batter number 15, second baseman, Whit.
So digging in, Whit Merrifield. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. And a foul ball. Left field, way back there. Tapia going back on this one. And that one is off the top of the wall. And he's got a double, his fourth hit.
He absolutely ripped that ball out front and almost got it out of here, man. Just a really strong, balanced swing, and a fraction of an inch different on the bat, and it is probably out of here.
Here's the center fielder, Kevin Kiermaier.
All right, Kevin.
In the air, out towards left center. Tapia makes the catch. Runners tagging from second and third. And now the runner will score from third on the wild throw. Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit.
Drove it off the wall last time, just missed out on a home run. Oh yeah, Boog, he's on the brink of one of your favorite milestones. He's completed 3 legs of the cycle.
I love me some cycle. Drilled to left center.
It's out of here.
And that is gone. Bo Bichette bless one out. His 39th home run of the season. And they add to their lead. It's 17-0.
Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Now on the bump, Ryan Brazier. He
New
comes
pitcher.
out for the 35th time this year.
Number 70, Ryan Brazier.
George Springer next up for the Blue Jays. Lays out, but he can't
Might make
squeeze
it.
He decides to hold on to
BRB.
it. And they don't get an out on the play.
He was all over that one. First pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely.
2 outs, runner at first. And now the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And that one pulled foul. Yo, 1. Swinging a foul straight back. Two outs. Ripped on a line. Hernandez makes
The
a
guy got it.
running catch. Bo Bichette goes yard for the Jays. 8th inning coming up. It's Major League Baseball on the show. back now in Toronto. We're at the top of the 8th. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Justin Turner. The Y to kick the pitch. That's to third. Fires over to Guerrero, and Turner is retired.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Reese McGuire, the next to hit. Rolled slowly to first. And he picks it up in foul territory. Strike 2.
And he is just dialed in right now. Every pitch thrown with so much conviction.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Let me warm up my next guy. All my pitchers are righties except for the one.
Off the mark there, and it's 1-2. Swings and misses, struck him out. A big performance on the mound, lots of strikeouts. That was number 14.
Yeah, clearly trusting his stuff in this one, Boog. Feeling really good about what he's working with, and that really allows a guy to attack hitters. You know, such an important mindset to have out there on the mound, especially when you're ahead in the count with 2 strikes.
Hernandez in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Ground ball right side. Takes it himself. 3rd out. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. They're in a wee bit of a hole, down 17-0. Back here at Rogers Center, out of the bottom of the 8th. Here's the Toronto catcher.
Back, welcome back.
He's sitting on 99 career homers. We'll see if this is the moment to notch number 100. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line.
He caught it.
Pulls that one down, and there's one down.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
This one smacked out to left center. Yeah, they get Belt for the out. And there are 2 down.
He was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
Now Matt Chapman at the plate. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Out towards right center. That's well struck.
That's pretty solid.
And that should be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. In safely. It's a double and his 2nd hit.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
Almost caught it. It's pretty close.
Man at second here with 2 away. Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays. Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. Looks like he's heading back out for the 9th as he'll go for the shutout when we get back. All set to start the 9th in this one. At the plate, Bobby Dahlbeck.
Bobby Dahlbeck.
Now it's Jordan Romano out of the bullpen.
Well, good luck against this guy. He's been extremely tough to hit this year. His numbers are excellent.
And a pitch. That's a strike. Okay, so Jordan Romano, a guy who never used cologne until a teammate gave him a bottle in 2021. He's been using it for games ever since. He rotates 3 colognes. Number 1, feeling good. Number 2, feeling dangerous. Number 3, let's snap a losing streak.
Sounds like he's got all the bases covered with that. Fastball inside just freezes the hitter. I don't think he was ready to pull the trigger. A lot of times hitters are looking away, and that one locked him up.
Here's the second baseman, Yu Chang, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Romano, an all-star a season ago, 29 years old, and he was born in Canada. Pitch misses inside.
Born in Canada?
Probably no surprise to you, Boog, but Toronto produces more MLB players than any other city in Canada. Montreal is right up there, too.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
So now 1 and 2.
2 strikes.
Next offering is fouled back. Kicks and fires. Swing at a ball lifted to center field. Kiermaier calls it in, and there's 2 away.
There we go. Kevin caught it.
Here's the left fielder, Raimel Tapia.
Don't forget to like, you guys, if you haven't liked yet. Not very many reactions so far. Having some reactions definitely helps.
See the velocity, 97 with that fastball. Next offering is in for a strike. Just one.
I saw you like.
Fouls it off.
So I was trying to encourage more people to like if they can.
Right-hander kick steals. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Another day, another win. I really think these guys have forgotten how to lose a ball game. It's been so long since they've lost. I really don't know what
Am I
else to
streaming this
say.
weekend? Yeah, I should be. Why, is something going on this weekend?
For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show.
Or do you think I should take the weekend off?
So long.
Oh, like Jared, no doubt. Yeah, it's funny seeing that song in the Quantum Mania.
3 hours and 56 minutes.
But we're going to be going against Seahawks, or not Seahawks, Mariners eventually. Cool. And that's in Seattle too. That's like the ballpark I was at recently here. Follow, like, share, just like Stephanie said.
Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. Today, the finale of this 3-game weekend set It's the Boston Red Sox and the Toronto Blue Jays. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this.
So what's going on this weekend? Anything exciting for you? Gonna be hot there? Not with your new haircut, right?
First pitch, and today's starting pitcher, Hyun-Jin Ryu. Chris, he is a fun one to watch do his thing out there.
Well, he comes in carrying a career ERA under 3. He's been fantastic ever since he broke into the big leagues. Can't wait to watch him pitch today.
The big lefty turns, kicks, deals.
Oh crap.
And it gets by him. Around first and hustling for second. And he's into second with nobody out.
Give me a double.
Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play.
Oh, nothing going on. Definitely do not please take a week off. Well, I'm going to take a week off sometimes, once in a while.
Here's Christian Arroyo.
Hard to go to vacation somewhere if you don't have a full week.
The series so far. Inside move to second. Tapia back on a dive.
Don't have any immediate plans of going anywhere right now, though.
Swing and a ground. Ball out to short. Bichette whips it to first. One out in the top of the first.
Oh, is where you're going? I don't like to say where I'm going because
and it's Rafael Devers
I'm essentially telling the internet that I'm not going to be at home. And that's not a good thing to do.
On the ground, right side. Throws to first, and Devers is set down.
I mean, I did mention a few times that I was going to be watching baseball in the near future.
Up to the plate, sat out last night's game, but back in there today.
It's probably said it like 3 or 4 times at least. And then I suddenly taking some time off, but I don't like to say that I'm going somewhere because that's not safe. Somebody break into my house then.
Swinging a foul straight back. 2 outs with a runner at third.
And it doesn't matter if I'm going somewhere, if I just need a few days off and then I'm going to be at home. So I don't feel it's important to necessarily say that I'm going somewhere anyway. If I need some days off, I need some days off.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
Yeah, you never want to say on Facebook that you're going somewhere or whatever.
We were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
So if I take a few days off, I might be at home or I might not be.
He's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys, they get a little tight, they start to aim the baseball, but for some reason...
And I don't like to say exactly how long for the same reason.
He's able to wiggle off the hook.
Even if I am home, I don't want somebody to try breaking in, you know?
And first offering is fouled off. Kluber, a former Cy Young Award winner, he throws a slurve, a cutter, a sinker, a changeup, and he works in a four-seamer. Low throw, and he can't dig it out.
Oh, that was lucky. The guy erred.
Well, as an offense, you want to get the crowd involved right away. Get that good energy working for you, but this time the defense does it for them. Always a great opportunity when you can get your leadoff guy on base to start the game, and it doesn't matter how it happens.
It hit him in the wrist. That probably hurt.
Kiermaier now 2 for 9 so far in the
Although if you
series.
watch every single one of my shorts,
And first offering is
I usually do say where I'm going. Like if you watch the last New Orleans short, or no, if you watch the last Las Vegas short,
first with nobody out.
it says next trip New Orleans, and if you watch the last,
Line drive caught, dives for the bag, got him, double play.
if you watch the last New Orleans short, it says next trip Seattle.
To the dish. Looking to stay hot after yesterday's game. 4 for 5.
So if one pays attention, they could probably figure it out.
And first offering is,
but they have to watch multiple platforms for that. That stuff's not on Facebook, it's on YouTube.
That one hooked foul. And the righty deals. Battling here as he fouls it away. That one is absolutely.
That was pretty good.
And it hits the fence. Arroyo with a
Might not make it though.
The tag, and that's out number 3.
Hard corner, crap.
We played an inning, no score. And welcome back. Second inning set to go. So stepping in for Boston, Enrique Hernandez. The wind and the pitch. And a swing and a miss there. Ryu, a former All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a changeup, a curve, and occasionally uses a cutter. The pitch. Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. Here comes a pitch. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. And the pitch. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. And now the lefty gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Excuse me.
The pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Here's Bobby Dahlbeck. No hits in the shutout yesterday afternoon.
Let's go Blue Jays. Come on, Toronto.
Excuse me.
In there, and it's 0-1.
Holy cow, that guy's got 19 home runs compared to everybody else's. He's the guy to watch out for.
The wind of the pitch. Fought off foul. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there's 2 away. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
And now, Rodolfo Castro. And that one fouled off. Oh, 1 down.
outside. That's a ball.
No score here in the second. In the air, right side. Springer makes the catch, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Red Sox. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score.
Springer's due up for batting. Danny Johnson's got a 500. That's the highest batting guy on their team, I think.
Now the Toronto four-hole hitter, George Springer. Hand up as he asks for time at the plate. Chris, one of the things that's really cool about George Springer's story is what he has overcome. As a kid, he had a lot of anxiety, and he had a stutter, and he's a guy now that speaks
darn it.
and does so marvelously, and is a great spokesperson for young people who struggle with stuttering.
Yeah, the Stuttering Association.
Out of here!
Blasted deep to left. Way back there, on its way and out of here. George Springer leaves the yard. His 72nd home run of the season. It's 1-0. 2 pitches.
That'd be record breaking if Vladdy was not hitting it
Looking
more.
aggressive all the way, and it paid off for him in a big way. Man, he completely covered that pitch. Breaking ball on the outside corner of the plate. His shoulder stayed square. He got to it, got around it, and got it up in the air. Nice home run.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. He's got 4 hits in the series on 9 at-bats. Line to second.
Oh.
It's snagged on the bounce. Over to Dahlback.
Almost got the
And
pitcher
Guerrero
there.
is set down.
Batting 6, the catcher, Danny.
Now it's Jansen to hit. He's sitting on 99 career homers. We'll see if this is the moment to notch number 100.
It might be.
Deep left field and forget it.
Out of here!
Danny Jansen hits one out. That's a special one. 100 career homers. And they add a run. It's 2-0.
GG.
He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrists to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
Up to the plate is Brandon Belt. There's a buzz in the stadium every time he comes to the plate as he tries to extend his.
All right, is that one out of here? Yes or no? Yes, if you think it's getting a home run. No, if you think it's staying in the park. I'll 10 seconds to guess. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So Stephanie says yes. Let's see.
Hitting streak. There's a swing and a drive. And that one's
Out of here!
Brandon Belt goes
Back-to-back
deep.
jacks.
56th home run of the season. And they add on. It's 3-0. So add another game to his hitting streak. Chris, this is remarkable.
Just so exciting game after game. He's given us a real thrill, and that swing was obviously no exception. Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
Smoked it.
Base is empty, 1 away. Now here is Matt Chapman. In the air to left center. Tapia settles under it. He's there. He's got it. And there's 2 down.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
2 outs, base is empty. And now it's Dalton Varsho. 2 homers in the game yesterday, so he's feeling good coming in. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. Hernandez going back some more, drops in for a hit, couldn't run it down. And into second easily with a 2-out double.
There we go. We got 2
That
bases.
hit carries a little extra meaning, Boog. It keeps his hitting streak going. He is dialed in at the dish right now.
I don't think there's a more confident hitter in all of baseball right now. Looks like he's expecting a knock every time he steps to the plate. With Merrifield up to the plate, there's a sense of anticipation in the ballpark as everyone waits to see if he can inch closer to the consecutive game hitting streak. Puts the squeeze on that one, and that's the inning. 3 runs for him here, and they move ahead. We head on now to the top of the 3rd. It's the Blue Jays 3 and the Red Sox nothing. On to the 3rd inning, and now it's the catcher for the Red Sox, Jorge Alfaro. Ryu back to work.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
In the air, left field. Varsho moving under it. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
Batting ninth, the right fielder, number 16.
Now batting Jarren Duran. Duran measures 6 feet 2 inches, 26 years old, and he was drafted in the 7th round back in 2018. And that one wrapped foul. Here's your 1. Swing and a miss as he was late that time. Swings through it for the K. Pulled the string on the changeup. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts
Pirates acquired Trevor
if he can put the ball
Rogers from the
in play.
Marlins
That's how
in
you do it.
exchange
Keep
for
him off
O'Neal
balance,
Cruz.
Get him out of there and deal with the next guy.
Peter made a trade, I guess.
Now a slow roller to second. Sends it to first. That's out number 3. Red Sox go down quietly. Still down 3-0. Back here at Rogers Center, set for the bottom of the 3rd. Here's Kevin Kiermaier.
Well, he's back out here for the 3rd, and after the first couple of innings, pretty rough. I think the skipper is looking for him to give him a little bit of length, see if he can save the bullpen some.
Liner, and that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second, and he's there with a leadoff double.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Bo Bichette next up for the Blue Jays. Swung on.
It's out of here.
That's back. And forget it. That was a moonshot. And they tack on to their lead. It's 5-0.
It's not easy to hit a breaking ball on the outside part of the plate for a home run, but I think it caught just too much of that outside part of the plate. Maybe a little bit of a mistake, but he didn't miss it at the plate.
And And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. He's already homered here in this one. Line drive, base hit. And that's going to roll to the wall. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
And now Alex Cora is out of the dugout, and he will make a move for the bullpen. Corey Kluber is done, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back. New arm out of the bullpen, Cutter Crawford.
And compared to a lot of other
It's Cutter again.
Strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year, so the defense should be active.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. What a stop. Over to first. On the money. Nice play.
You're here.
To his left, fully extended there in front of the shortstop to make the grab. Up with it, then a strong, accurate throw across the diamond to complete this highlight play.
Man, I can't believe that guy got me.
Danny Jansen to hit here. He's already homered in this game. Now a screamer into the outfield. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out.
Ah, crap, eh? Two of them right to the guy.
That fastball, he's all over it. It's just frustrating when you can't get it to fall. Maybe next time up he'll find a hole.
And next for Toronto, Brandon Bell. 1 for 1 so far today with a solo homer in his first at bat.
Hit me, baby, one more time.
And a foul ball. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. That one clubbed out towards left center. That'll be extra bases. And in to score the runner from second. Just a careless job of getting it in from the outfield there.
Comes through with the RBI. He showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Runner at first with 2 away. Matt Chapman getting ready to hit. He's 0 for 1.
Ah, big pop fly.
Hernandez makes the catch, and that'll do it. 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. 3 innings complete. It's the Blue Jays 6 and the Red Sox nothing. Back here at the ballpark, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Christian Arroyo. And here it comes. Bounced up the middle. On to first. Leadoff hitter retired.
There we go. We got him.
The third baseman, Rafael Devers.
Here's Rafael Devers. Grounded out his first time up.
All around, I think if you asked anyone in this organization who's the best hitter in the lineup, they would say him.
Swing and a miss. 0-1.
These guys have come out ready to swing the bats early in the count and swing it often. If you want to score some runs, have an offensive explosion, that can be a route to doing it.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Fires to first on the run, and Devers is set down.
The batter number 10, second baseman, Trevor Story.
Here's Trevor Story.
You are our guest.
Matthew, thank you for liking. Much appreciated.
The wind of the pitch. And that's in for a strike.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Right through there, got it. Down on strikes, and he knew it. Nothing
Knew
doing
it.
for Boston. Still up against a 6.
Break the
Nothing
tie.
against it.
In the poll if you vote.
Back now in Toronto. Down the left fielder, Dalton Varsho.
The left fielder, Dalton Varsho.
Yeah, the right-hander back to work. And that one sliced foul.
Hey, to the
those
bad
Blue
boy.
Jays putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. They were obviously able to run the starter out of the game in the third, so they've set the table for a win, and now I'm sure they're thinking it's time to feast. Another multi-hit game for him. He's been really hot lately. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Now it's the second baseman, Whit Merrifield. Swing and a ball ripped out towards
Perfect
right center
spot.
field. That'll touch down for a hit. Durant quickly gets it back in. And it's now first and second to start the inning. Well, that's going to keep the streak going. There's no stopping this guy.
And I can't even imagine the pressure he's under. He's asked about it every day from everyone, not just the media, but just anybody he comes across. And so for him to be able to concentrate, keep on getting the knocks, just remarkable. And I know he's trying to just win ball games, but honestly, this streak is arguably...
That gets down for a hit. The throw in. Safe at the plate. It's 7-0.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI.
Run the guy in, eh?
Most outfielders play pretty deep, and I'm not sure if that was a factor there or not, but off the bat, you're thinking it's going to be a pop-out, and it just kind of nestled into that spot where no one was able to get to it.
Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit. He swings and hits a fly ball center field. Makes the grab, one away. Throw home, not in time. The run scores, and it's an 8-run
We got a
lead.
sack fly.
Situation, you're looking to get something up in the zone that you can put in the air. Worst case scenario, a sacrifice fly to drive in that runner from third.
And the batter is George Springer. That one out to right.
Oh, they got it.
Durant fires it to the plate. It's offline. The run comes in. It's 9-0.
Woo.
Well, that's the third run of the inning, and these guys are doing a nice job of executing at the plate right now.
Nice.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. next up for the Blue Jays. This guy has turned into a beast. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Hernandez has it sized up. Makes the play, and it's out, number 3. So they get 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors, no one left. On to the top of the 5th we go. Jays 9 and the Red Sox nothing. Ready now for the 5th inning, and stepping in for Boston, Enrique Hernandez. The pitch to the right side. Merrifield to first in time. One away here in the 5th.
The first baseman, Bobby Dalbec.
And next for the Red Sox, Bobby Dalbec. His first at bat was a strikeout. There's a strike.
These hitters are going to have to find a way to be a little more patient, see more pitches per at bat. Otherwise, that bullpen's not going to have to work over there, and it's going to be advantage pitching all game long.
The pitch. And that is cut on and missed. And it's 0-2. Just missed.
Boog, it looks like somebody missed the swing sign. That's the first pitch this team's taken for a ball all game long.
Here's a 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The Y to kick the pitch. Cuts and misses. It's a strike.
Got him.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Next is the DH, a switch hitter, Rodolfo Castro. Flied to right his first time. And he swings and misses at the initial offering. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
And he deals. And that's a strikeout looking. Couldn't pull the
That one was very close.
Fastball at the knees. Red Sox go down 1-2-3, and they're down 9-0. Richard Blyer takes over on the mound.
Well, he's been hit pretty hard at times this season, as you see with the big ERA. So this is an important outing for him to get on the right track.
And here's the catcher, Danny Jansen.
For the Jays, the catcher, Danny Jansen.
And a pitch. Hit in the air, right field. Duran makes the grab, 1 down.
Now batting, the designated hitter,
Brandon Bell next up for the Blue Jays.
Showed a really nice opposite field approach in his last at bat.
Ripped to right center.
Out of here.
Leave the park. Out of here. A solo shot. His 57th homer of the season. It's 10-0.
So many times a sinker inside is a foul ball off the ankle for the batter. But that time he did a really nice job of staying inside the pitch and getting through it.
1 out, base is empty. Now it's Matt Chapman. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. This one drilled.
Mounds over their heads.
No doubt about it as they add on more. Gone. Matt Chapman bops one out of here. His 53rd homer of the year, and they tack one on the board. It's 11-0. That adds another game to his hitting streak, Chris.
Yeah, he's been doing so many things well at the plate and clearly driving the ball with some authority as part of that. He's really dangerous with the bat in his hands right now. There was a cutter away. Kind of works like a slider. You got to stay on it, let it travel a little bit, and then get your arms extended. Really good piece of hitting right there.
No, we're not wearing the red jerseys this time.
So 1 out, nobody on. Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays. That's ripped. Base hit.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Off the bat, that one registered at 105 miles per hour, man. That is smoking, and these days you hear it all the time, but the numbers just don't lie. If you can drive a ball like that, more often than not, you're picking up a knock.
And here is that smash towards center. And makes the grab. And there's 2 down.
now batting, the center fielder, Kevin Kiermaier.
Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Kevin Kiermaier. Just a slow ground ball this time. Story sends it over to first. Gets
Darn it.
easily ends the inning. But the long ball was working in this inning. Not once, but twice. 5 innings complete. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Welcome back. New inning getting started. Here's the speedy catcher, Jorge Alfaro.
Well, on paper, it's favorable to have a fairly quick inning here with 2 of the 3 hitters he's set to face batting from the left side, same side he throws from.
Late swing, fouled off.
You know, these Red Sox, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Right fielder, number 16, Jaron Duran.
To the batter now, Jaron Duran. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Chapman makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
Now batting, left field,
Raimel Tapia up to hit. 1 for 2. Hit on the ground to the right side. Sneaks through, base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Dominant performance for him today, Boog. Just 2 hits allowed so far, no runs across either, and he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
So 2 down. Christian Arroyo up next for the Red Sox. Over to first, and he's saved. Arroyo in his 5th season, 27 years old, usually a second baseman, but today starting at shortstop. At the belt and fires. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
Well, some people think this is no big deal, but I think when you consider the longer throw, the fact that you've got to be able to cover up the middle to your left, it's a big adjustment for him.
Chapman over to first in time. And that'll do it. So 1 hit is all they get. Heart of the order, 3, 4, 5 coming up. Jays 11 and the Red Sox nothing.
All the big hitters.
Back here at Rogers Center, bottom of the 6th inning. And now for the Jays, Bo Bichette. Blyer back to work. To third. Throws across the diamond. And that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th.
Joe Springer.
Here's George Springer. Blyer, a 6'3 lefty, 35 years old, and they traded for him earlier this year. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Gone!
Out of here!
George Springer takes him deep. His 73rd home run of the season. And they add a run. It's 12-0.
Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
Pitching change here. Tanner Houck. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. Base is empty, 1 away. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. next up for the Blue Jays. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Vladdy, a career batting average over 300, and he won a Gold Glove last season. Here comes the 0-1. With the shift on, hits right into it. Arroyo whips it to first. And Guerrero is set down.
Number 9, Danny Jansen.
So up next for Toronto, Danny Jansen. 1 for 3. Jansen measures 6 feet 2 inches, 215 pounds, and he's driven in double-digit runs over his last 10 games. Whips it across, and that ends the inning. Toronto picks up 1 on this homer. 7th inning coming up. Back after this on the show. And welcome back. All set for the start of the inning. Here's the third baseman, Rafael Devers. And a pitch. Rolled softly, but that goes foul.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
Here's the 0-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Left-hand hitter waits. Caught him looking for the K.
Clearly looking out over the plate on that outer third, and that pitch finished right down the middle, just a little bit in, and he couldn't pull the trigger.
Here's Trevor Story now.
Guy doesn't have a weak zone.
A little out front there as he swings through it.
Pretty amazing, his first pitch strike percentage, over 90%. You know you're getting something in the zone first pitch. So if you're a hitter, you got to be ready to let it fly, even though he's had a lot of success on that first pitch of the at-bat.
Kiermaier makes the grab. 2 down.
Now batting, the center fielder.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's Kike Hernandez.
All right.
On the ground to first, and foul ball. Kicks and deals. There's a strike.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
Misses inside. Now 1-2.
0-2 curve right there. Hitter kind of expects that, and good job of just showing that confidence and trying to get back into this count.
And a ball and 2 strikes. And now 2-2.
Well, he might have to look for a different put away pitch right here. 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Strike 3. Got him looking on the changeup.
There we got him.
Sox go down quietly. Hasn't been their day. It's 12-0. Back here at the ballpark, bottom of the 7th, stepping in, Brandon Belt.
Designated hitter, Brandon Belt.
And a pitch. Bounce to the right.
Oh, that's not very good.
And 1 away in the bottom of the 7th.
Up next for the Blue Jays, the third baseman, Matt Chapman.
And here is Matt Chapman. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. On the ground, out to short. And a couple of quick outs.
Well, nice job by the shortstop to field that on the backhand and gather himself, get his feet underneath him. He had a long throw, but he knew he had plenty of time to take that extra step, secure the grip, and finish the throw.
Dalton Varsho now at the plate. In the air, left field. Tapia settles under it. He's got it. And that is the third out of the inning. 1-2-3 go the Blue Jays. but they lead it by a count of 12-0. Ready to begin the 8th, and here's the first baseman, Bobby Dahlbeck.
Bobby Dahlbeck.
The big lefty turns, kicks, deals. Swing and a miss, strike one. Ryu into his 8th inning of work. Singy, he's been good.
Yeah, he's the type of guy that gets better as he gets deeper into the ball game. If you're going to get to him, you get to him early. They didn't do that today. We'll see what happens as this finishes.
Smoked on the ground a second. Tosses to first, and that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th. Pitch count in great shape. It seems he might have a chance to finish it. Here now the Red Sox DH, Rodolfo Castro. That one's in there, 0-1.
Now, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
And it's quickly 0-2 on the designated hitter. 0-2 now. Fights it off. He'll see another. And takes low for ball one.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Got him.
Pulled the string on the changeup.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Grabs it on the run. And that's the 3rd out.
You are our guest.
Walter, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. All made you laugh today. Which one did you pick?
The second baseman, Whit Merrifield. And the pitch. Out towards left center. Hernandez
Here.
hustling after it. Racing, makes the catch. 1 down.
Now batting, center fielder,
Kevin Kiermaier next up for the Blue Jays. Outfield playing pretty shallow. Oh, look at the stop. Throw
Oh,
to
man,
first.
right to him, eh?
Safe at first as they can't make the play.
Being here last night made your shift go by pretty fast. You're here until 2. Well, thank you for being here.
Oh, great stop. The throw over to Story for 1 to first, not in time. Great effort there. On to first, save. So they get one, but a really nice try there.
Well, an aggressive
Trying
slide
for
right
that
there,
double
second
play
base.
on me,
That's
eh?
a legal slide. I like that because you're
That's
trying to
hello. Yeah, I
do everything
figured.
you can to
Hello.
break up the double play, and it looked like
On
it had
heli.
an effect on that throw just a little bit. Couldn't get enough on it to
You
get the
say
second out at
heli.
first for that
Yeah, I
double
say
play.
hello.
Nice job by the base runner.
Hello,
First,
hello.
George Springer digs in now. Ripped to right.
Out of here.
Want to leave the park. Out of here. An absolutely majestic shot. That's his 3rd home run of the game. And they
Got 3 home runs this game.
14-0.
Bad. They're pretty happy about that.
putting on quite the show at the dish here in this one, and he's just so locked in with this swing, and he's just not missing right now. 3-homer game, man, it's so special.
How's the weather today there, Arthur?
Pull it off as well.
It was hot here today again.
And next for Toronto,
You are our guest.
There we go. We got a grounder. Arthur, thank you for liking.
I'm sure that feels pretty good.
Home run is awesome.
In this one so far. These days, when you see a ball come off the bat like that.
Well, today is Friday for me still. It's only 9 p.m.
What was the exit velocity?
But it's pretty good.
9 in this case. I mean, that's just impressive, and it's so cool we can get that sort of feedback so instantly in today's game.
Next to hit, Danny Jansen. Center field.
Uh-oh, sack fly maybe here.
Hernandez has it sized up.
That's not even.
And that
Last out.
But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. Last chance now coming up for the Red Sox.
Yeah, I was, Walter, I went to some games. I don't know if you noticed. I was gone for a few days. I went to some Seattle versus
All set to start the 9th
Pittsburgh and Seattle versus Yankees. Be pretty entertaining games.
Wind in the pitch. Swings through that one for strike 1.
So far, this guy's been able to tease the strike zone, gets those swings and misses. Somebody's going to have to shorten up, be a little more patient, and make this guy work in the zone a little more.
Pittsburgh one was
There's a high chopper.
extra innings.
Fires over to Guerrero. Now 1 gone in the 9th.
The guy's holding his hot dog in there.
Now here's the Red Sox leadoff hitter, Raimel Tapia. In there for strike 1. One down, base is empty. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Now the number 2 hitter, Christian Arroyo.
And there's one thing on the minds of these fans, and that's the sweep.
88 degrees, eh? Alexa, what's 88 Fahrenheit in Celsius? They're on the same temperature here, actually.
On the ground, right side. Steps on the bag himself.
Good thing my pitcher was getting tired, so didn't have anybody warmed up.
2 hits and pretty dominant, efficient with his pitch count.
Sweep.
Got himself all the way to the finish line and finished what he started.
14 zip at the end of this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
Oh, really? Yeah, you guys have similar weather to us right now.
The winning pitcher is Yoon Jin-ryu.
All right, next one here is on the road. Getting close to the All-Star games, eh? I don't know if you play the All-Star games. Do you know if you play the All-Star games, Walter? Oh, Kevin's back to being hot again.
From Guaranteed Rate Field on the south side of Chicago. 4th of July baseball coming at you.
Oh, it's
the
4th of
Toronto
July.
Blue Jays going up against the Chicago White Sox.
You're at
First
work
pitch
again?
coming your way next. So
Dude, they got a little different hats today.
Michael Kopech. But Chris, he hasn't exactly
Celebrating the 4th of July in the game.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you know, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
Ready to go now. Whit Merrifield up to the plate. The pitch. Late swing fouled off. Kopech. He gets a lot of swing and miss, and he keeps the ball in the yard. Not to mention the fact, not too many hits either.
Very America hat. Flag on it.
And that one hammered. Robert going back.
Hello?
That one is gone.
It's out of here.
His 28th home
You
run
work
of the
Tuesday
season,
through
and that
Saturday
gives the lead.
morning
It's
at 9 a.m. Done Tuesday night. That makes for a good weekend. I guess, eh?
Well, you got to love a game that brings some action from the jump. And at the plate, he was looking for a pitch to absolutely drive. And, you know, leadoff hitters aren't up there anymore just working the count and trying to get on. They're
He tried
looking to make some
jumping for
noise
it.
and do some damage.
Here's Kiermaier now. Here's a rocket out to left. And Benintendi able to make the
Ah, he
grab.
caught it. Mariners won in extra innings versus the Giants.
Bo Bichette up to the dish. Right now, 3rd in the American League in RBIs. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average. But one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. Left field. Benintendi is there. He makes the grab. 2 away. Even some of the
Darn
best
it.
guys.
I am on
scored.
Xbox.
They're gonna give up home runs from time to time.
But this game is on Game Pass on
Yeah, and
Xbox.
even with
I do
those
have
home runs,
PlayStation
if
5
you're
as well,
throwing
though.
strikes and keeping base runners off the paths, then those home runs are solo shots. But to this point, he hasn't had to worry about it.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock.
Here we go. Made base.
And that extends his hitting streak yet again. This is starting to get pretty interesting, Singy.
Yeah, and the way he's going, it seems like there's no end in sight. This is a guy that no pitcher wants to face right now, especially with runners on base. I mean, he's doing all the little things right, and it just seems like he's in cruise control at the plate.
That one ripped. He can't get there. It's a base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. Now it's Jansen to hit. 5th in home runs in the American League.
You had 4 in there.
That one hammered center field. Robert going back on it. Pulls it in on the warning.
Ah, he caught it.
Jays open it up with a solo homer. It's now a 1-0 ball game. Major League Baseball is on.
You got 4 Xboxes or 4 PlayStation 5s? You got 4 PlayStation 5s. I can't imagine it being very quiet.
Back here on the south side. And on the hill today, Alek Manoah. He was certainly on point in his last outing, Chris.
He was outstanding. Complete game shutout. He got some.
Even the Blue Jays are wearing a little American style flag thing on their hat, eh?
Bottom of the 1st. Digging in, Tim Anderson. And a strike in there.
Oh, I guess it's not really an American flag, is it? Oh, there's 4 people in the room there. Oh, okay, well, hello to everybody.
Kicks and fires. There's a strike.
All right, now he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down.
All of Arthur's co-workers.
Struck him out swinging. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Toughest pitch to hit, fastball on the outer black. Man, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
Oh, somebody left, eh? Must have had to go to work.
Andrew Benintendi steps up. The Red Sox made Andrew Benintendi the 7th overall pick in 2015. And remember, he won the Golden Spikes Award for the top college player that year at the University of Arkansas. He had 2 guys in his conference that were drafted ahead of him. Alex Bregman, who went 2nd overall from LSU. Dansby Swanson, who went 1st overall out of Vanderbilt. 1 down, base is empty. This one popped up. And no one can get to it. It's a foul ball. Left-hand batter waits. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And 2 quick outs in the bottom of the 1st here tonight.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top 2 guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot,
cookies.
It's a 2- or 3-run homer.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, if you guys are interested on YouTube, I started putting up my last vacation videos. There'll be some baseball highlights eventually here as well, but I've been doing 1 short a day.
3 strikeouts.
Guys, check out the short section for 2 videos posted so far. Make sure you subscribe to that, because that'll help too for eventually getting YouTube monetization.
Here on the south side, 2nd inning set to go. Up to the plate is Brandon Belt. There's a buzz in the stadium every time he comes to the plate as he tries to extend his hitting streak. Time called. Here comes a pitch. Nice grab. Fires to first. Nicely done for the out.
Can't believe that guy got that, eh?
My goodness, singing. That was a great diving stop, and maybe even a better throw.
Yeah, this out is all about athleticism. I mean, this guy did a great job knocking it down on the dive, but he doesn't get the out without the cannon of a throw. That was just impressive all around.
Matt Chapman up to the plate now.
I didn't know.
4th right now in the American League home run leaderboard. And that one is lifted in the air. Sheets moving under this one. And there's 2 away.
Batting 9, the left fielder, number 25.
2 outs, base is empty. And now it's Dalton Varsho. He's coming off a 3-hit game in Sunday's series finale. And a swing and a line drive at a right field.
Right to him.
Makes the catch, inning over. Down in order.
Anybody have any snacks? Oh no, there's
1-0.
empty back here actually.
Bottom of the 2nd. And now
That's not what it looks like, by the way.
The center fielder.
In real life, there'd be jam-packed with people.
Manoah back to
Constantly
work.
people going and buying beer and crap.
Manoah,
Going to
an
the bathroom.
all-star a season ago. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a sinker, and he works in a changeup. Carl Dixon doing the umpiring behind the plate.
And Boog, I'm not sure if it's because he sort of sets up higher than most, but one thing to be aware of with Dixon is the high strike. Not usually a big deal because most guys are swinging at pitches up there, but we may see some surprise looks from hitters from time to time because that's just so unusual. Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
The punch out there looks like he's picked up right where he left off.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Now it's the right fielder, Gavin Sheets. And that's in there for strike one.
Hey.
Swing and a miss as he was late.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Got him swinging. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Well, right now he's in cruise control, autopilot, just dominating these hitters. It doesn't look like it's a fun at bat. And all of a sudden, you come in awe of this guy on the mound. Somebody's got to break this thing up. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Got to put a ball in play. So important to get into the fielding position after you deliver that baseball. That is a scary one. Watch your lips.
Well, they made a base.
Yohan Moncada with a chance to
Make
hit.
sure we put them out. Like a green Barney.
Now move to first. Vaughn back in standing. And he takes a strike. That's off the mark, and the count even 1-1. And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss. Got him. That's the inning.
There we go. We stranded
So
them.
a man left for the White Sox, and it remains 1-0. Top half of the third inning. Now it's the second baseman, Whit Merrifield. The right-hander back to work. This one in the air, right field. Puts the squeeze on that one.
Right to him.
There's one down.
Now batting, the center fielder, Kevin.
Here's Kevin Kiermaier. 0 for 1 so far. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. That one lifted to left. Benintendi moving under it. And there's 2 away.
It's a little drive on that swing. Backside collapsing just a little bit. Trying to put the ball in the air.
Like some padding
That
here.
will be the shortstop. Bo Bichette. Fly to left his first time up. This guy makes great contact. One of the best in the game at putting bat on ball.
He's got such quick hands, and he's gaining pitch recognition. That keeps him square to the plate. And there's a good chance that his bat stays in the zone a long time, and that produces solid contact consistently.
Swing and a ball hammered left field. And that one hops the wall. Throws to second. And he's got a double.
And that hit
There we go. We got on base.
It keeps his hitting streak going. He is dialed in at the dish right now.
I don't think there's a more confident hitter in all of baseball right now. Looks like he's expecting a knock every time he steps to the plate. And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. And he's already singled in this game. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. That's back there. Makes the catch, crashing into
They
the wall.
got it.
One left for Toronto, but they still lead it 1-0. Back here at the ballpark. Bottom of the inning. Now, Jake Berger.
The second baseman, Jake Berger.
Manoah back to work. Little chopper rolls foul. Berger, 26 years old. He's been on a terrific run at the plate, hitting over 350 in his last 10.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
Got him. One away.
Just absolutely rolling on the mound. He's looking very much on his game in the early parts of this one, Boog. Fully on the attack with these hitters.
That's 7 strikeouts already, so he's got a good pace going, no doubt. Next to hit, Sebi Zavala. That one back up the middle, and it gets through.
Wastes no time there. Challenged him with the fastball right in the heart of the zone, and he was clearly ready to jump all over it.
Anderson.
Here's Tim Anderson. Led off the game with a strikeout. Late with the swing there. A moment everyone thinks of with Tim Anderson is the walk-off homer he hit in the inaugural Field of Dreams game in 2021. That felt like a movie.
Yeah, and it was a movie that Tim Anderson had never seen.
Oh, 0-2 now. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from a same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
Benintendi to the plate. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. Swinging a foul straight back. Benintendi in his 7th season, batting second in today's lineup, and he took home a Gold Glove in 2021. Zavala off of first with 2 away. 0-2 as he waves at that one.
He's in a great spot right here.
All right.
On the count 0-2. All 4 pitches in play right here, partner.
On the ground to third. Chapman zips it across, and Benintendi is out. And the inning is over. The White Sox leave 1. They still trail 1-0. And welcome back. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
All right, Vladdy, come on.
The wind of the pitch. Out
That sounded pretty solid.
That's well struck. That's back there, and it's gone.
Out of here.
Vladdy blasts one out the opposite way, and they add to the lead. It's 2-0.
That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And, you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow.
All right, is that one going out? Yes, if you think it's a home run. No, if you think it's not. You think it's staying in the field. I'll give you 10 seconds to say yes or no. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Well, Stephanie thinks it's going out. 1. All right, let's see if Stephanie's correct.
To drive it out of here.
Oh, and now this one's crushed. This one's on its way.
Out of there.
Gone. Danny Jansen hits one out. His 53rd homer of the year, and they add to their lead. It's 3-0.
Oh, that one won't stay below the radar. That made a lot of noise. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice
3
hitters in the lineup
times.
feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
Sounded good though. I don't know why they even play the other catcher, because this guy keeps getting home runs.
And now the DH, Brandon Bell. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left.
Well, these Jays doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. They're hitting everything thrown at them. Their contact rate is in the low 90s. It's like they know what's coming, and that's just pretty ridiculous what they're doing right now. Those numbers are well above the major league average.
That one's
Oh, back-to-back jacks.
And that one will go. His 58th home run of the season, and they add a run. It's 4-0.
Back-to-back home runs, and these guys look so dominant right now. Pitcher might want to check and see if he's tipping his pitches or not, but I tell you what, if this was basketball, that opposing team would call a timeout to try to slow down this offense.
And here is Matt Chapman. That one ripped right center field. That's back there. Hauls it in on the warning track. And now Dalton Varsho.
You got him.
Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. Benintendi raging back towards the wall. And that one is off the wall. He's in at second with a 1-out double. And his hitting streak continues. There have been almost no bad days for him in the past month.
This guy's running hot, Boog, and people around the league are paying serious attention to this streak now, especially the pitchers that are trying to slow him down.
And now Whit Merrifield. 1 for 2 with a solo home run back in the first inning. Right field down the line, and that one slices foul. Line drive.
That was a good one.
Should be extra bases. Varsho around third. He scores. It's 5-0.
Picks himself up an
Good
RBI.
spot.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Michael Kopech gives way, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back. New pitcher for the White Sox, Davis Martin.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
And now for the Jays, Kevin Kiermaier. Outfield playing pretty shallow. A rope into right, and that should be extra bases. And in to score the runner from second. Just a careless job of getting it in from the outfield there.
This inning's been pretty good for me.
All around at 107 off the bat, it's going to make you feel really good inside. If he elevates that a little bit more, it's definitely out of here.
Bichette gets a chance to hit. Out to short. Anderson
That's no
whips it to
good.
first. And Bichette is retired.
The right fielder, number 4.
That one was stinky.
And the batter is George Springer. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Kiermaier around third. He'll score easily, and they're pulling away up by 7 now.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. First pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely.
Two outs, runner at first. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. Hard ground ball, base knock. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Danny Jansen to hit here. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
Darn it.
Ripped on a line. He's got it.
Ah, they got me.
Number 3. They get the long ball working here as they club 3 homers in the inning on their way to putting up a 6 spot. We're midway in the 4th. Blue Jays 7 and the White Sox nothing. Bottom of the 4th. Now here is Eloy Jimenez.
The designated hitter, Eloy Jimenez.
The pitch. And a foul ball.
You know, these White Sox, to put it bluntly, need to put together more competitive at-bats, and I don't think they've lived up to their own expectations at the plate. They've gone down on strikes at a high rate today, so it's probably time to simplify the approach and just find ways to put the ball in play.
Set down on strikes. Called strike 3 and a fastball up in the zone.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. He got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count. Just a poor at bat.
Luis Robert now 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. In there, and it's 0-1.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
Strike 2.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
Got him swinging.
Pretty electric stuff showing up on the mound right now. I mean, into double-digit strikeouts. He should be able to rack up some more before he's done in this one. And you know, not many of these hitters have had much of an answer for what he's offering out there.
And now the right fielder, Gavin Sheets. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Pitch is in there. 0-1.
Hey, 7 straight strikes to start the frame. He's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
On the ground at first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox.
You know it's
They
summer,
continue
but
to
you don't like the
trail
birds?
7-0.
Time of year you wash your car and they leave bird droppings on it.
We go to the
Oh, you got one on your arm. Isn't that supposed to be good luck?
Brandon Belt.
That's what they call it when you get it on you. At least you weren't looking up with your mouth open or something.
The pitch. Swings across.
Out of here!
Way back and gone. Brandon Belt goes deep. His 59th home run.
I saw one of those
And
TikToks or
it's
whatever. The
1-0. He
person had
absolutely
like
crushed that
some
one.
sort of
No
food
doubt
they're
about that one, Boog. We knew it
putting it
wasn't
in,
coming
gonna
back.
put it in their mouth. I don't know if they were holding like that on purpose, but they're gonna drop the food into their mouth, and then a seagull came and swiped it right out of their mouth almost.
Stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
You don't know what it means if they instead of pooping on your arm, if you're looking up with your mouth open,
Matt Chapman at the plate.
you might have pooped in your mouth.
Well, these Blue Jays,
But they do say that if you get pooped on by a bird, then it's good luck.
Back that up. Double-digit hits and zero.
In some fashion.
And that ball is gone.
Out of here.
A towering shot to center, and they tack one on the board. It's 9-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. Took on the big part of the yard for that home run and just barely got it over the wall. I thought for a second he brought it back out there too. He gave it a great effort, but you know, those plays are so tough to pull off, and I'm sure he'd love to have another shot at it.
Ronaldo Lopez taking
New
over.
pitcher.
Well, he struggled quite a bit, so this is another opportunity to get on the right track. He's given up more than one hit per inning pitch. So
Yeah, they can mess up your car pretty good. They poop all over it, eh?
Dalton Varsho
Right after you wash your car.
Swinging a foul straight back. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit.
Everything came together for him. Timing on the swing was good. Able to.
What do you think of these new rules where they have 15 seconds to pitch?
Whit Merrifield next up for the Blue Jays. That's to third. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. So up next, Kevin Kiermaier.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
In the air, out towards left center. Robert racing over to make the catch.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
2 on with 1 out. Bo Bichette next up for the Blue Jays. The other way could be extra.
That's a good one. Probably run 2 guys in.
Coming home. And in to score the runner from second. Just a careless job of getting it in from the outfield there. Another comes in to score, and they extend their lead.
Gets the job done as he brings home a pair. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Here's George Springer. And first offering is fouled off. Righty to the plate. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. And in to score the runner from second. Just a careless job of getting it in from the outfield there.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through
New pitcher.
the middle of the field.
White Sox going with a new arm, Matt Foster.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has.
Look at this guy's ERA is 10.8.
Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Robert snags it for the second out.
The catcher, number 9, Danny Jansen.
Man at first. Here's the catcher, Danny Jansen. Bounce to third.
All right, to him.
Inning over, although plenty of damage done. But the long ball was working in this inning. Not once, but twice. Home half of the fifth coming up. You're dialed into the show. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Andrew Vaughn now.
He's looking to hit the ball the other way in 99% of his
Ad.
But if you make a mistake middle in, he can touch you up for a four-bagger.
And there's a foul ball.
You know, these White Sox just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch, tailing away from the hitter, low and away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. I tell you what, that's a tremendous two-strike pitch.
Moncada stands in now and watches strike one. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone.
No balls, 2 strikes.
What was the ad?
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Just blown away in that at-bat. 3 fastballs, all strikes. He wasn't even able to foul one off. There's not much you can take away from an at-bat like that as a hitter other than maybe there's something wrong with your eyes. He's got to have better timing on the fastball next time.
Foul back our way, and that's out of play.
No, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he's attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive.
Didn't pay attention. How are they supposed to sell you something then?
That's strike 2. Got him! And how about that? It's an immaculate inning.
Burger.
Well, he's saying who needs the defense? An immaculate inning, 3 strikeouts, 9 pitches. We just witnessed something really special.
Welcome back. All set for the top of the 6th. And now to the plate. Here's the Toronto DH.
It's starting to get dark, eh? Look in the game. Purple sky.
And the right-hander back to work. Ripped to right
side. Out of here.
And that one will leave the park. Out of here. He flexes his power with that swing, his 3rd home run of the game, and they add to the lead. It's 13-0. Let's break out the StatCast numbers. At Singy, it tells us this home run was projected at more than 450 feet.
Yeah, and not many players can hit home runs as far as this one. That's a special feeling, and I'm sure he was giggling a little bit as he was jogging around the bases. That was one heck of a swing he put on the baseball.
Here's Matt Chapman. And he swings and lifts one
pretty solid too.
Field. That one back. Out of here.
Out of here.
Home run number
Back-to-back
55 of the
jacks.
year, and they add a run. It's 14-0.
The pitcher knew as soon as that ball left his fingertips, it was trouble. Right on a platter, right down the heart of the plate. I'm sorry, but big league hitters don't miss that pitch.
Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays. Ground ball up the middle.
I think they got me.
The throw to first, and that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
Batter number 50, second baseman. With
Back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. Now here's the leadoff man for the Blue Jays, Whit Merrifield.
Ah, yeah, Boog. He's on the brink of one of your favorite milestones. He's completed 3 legs of the cycle.
I love me some cycle. And first offering is fouled off. Foster, in his 3rd season, he features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, and he occasionally uses a curve. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Robert makes the
Yeah, they got it.
second out.
now batting, the 17th.
2 outs, base is empty. Kevin Kiermaier, the next to hit. Outfield playing pretty shallow. Kiermaier, a former Gold Glove winner, 32 years old. What a run over the last 10 as he's hitting over 400 during that span.
Yeah, big pop
Pitch is
fly.
left up. Anderson settles underneath it, brings it in for the 3rd out. But the long ball was working in this inning. Not once, but twice. On to the bottom of inning number 6. You're watching Blue Jays baseball on the show, Canada. Back at Guaranteed Rate Field, bottom of the 6th. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Sevi Zavala.
Zavala.
Manoah back to work. And fouled off.
When a guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes as a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. 1 out. A big performance on the mound. Lots of strikeouts. That was number 14.
Yeah, clearly trusting his stuff in this one, Boog. Feeling really good about what he's working with, and that really allows a guy to attack hitters. You know, such an important mindset to have out there on the mound, especially when you're ahead in the count with 2 strikes.
And that one fouled off.
You know, Boog, I can relate to Tim Anderson with my football background and baseball background. He played Little League baseball, but then decided to focus on basketball until he got hurt his sophomore year of high school. He then went back to baseball as a junior. 4 years later, the White Sox made him a 1st-round draft pick.
Tim made a good choice.
Yes, he did.
Now it's Andrew Benintendi to hit.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at-bat.
That one's in there, 0-1.
In this situation, as the number 2 hitter, 2 out, nobody on, you want to be a table setter. Work the at-bat, get deep, whatever it takes, get on first base.
The 0-2. Up the middle, Merrifield whips it to first on the run. And that is the
There we got him.
down in order go the White Sox. But this one's pretty much over. 14-0.
Yeah, that's where my seat was, right? Would have been right about there.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Joe Kelly.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Now it's the shortstop, Bo Bichette.
That was really dark.
The pitch. Drilled to left center.
Out of here!
And that is gone. He made him pay for that one, and they boost their lead. It's 15-0.
Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one, and you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
Now the Toronto four-hole hitter, George Springer. In the air, center field. Robert moves under it. Drops into the glove. And there's one away.
Up next for the Blue Jays,
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. will hit next. Singy, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
In time to Vaughn, and Guerrero is set down.
number 9, Danny Jansen.
Danny.
And here is
Jansen.
Danny Jansen. Sliced hard but foul.
He's got one already tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if he pops another one here.
And the right-hander deals. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Well, we can see him muscle up a little bit. He's trying to hit the ball a mile. Got to make sure that he stays within himself so that those mechanics can allow him to hit the ball a long way.
Foul ball still 0-2. Right-handed reliever. Lined into left center, and that should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. Not in time. He's safe.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. 110 miles per hour, and man, that exit velocity, not every hitter's capable of getting that kind of jump off the bat, no matter how hard they swing.
And the batter now, Brandon Belt. And first offering is fouled off. Runner leads away at second. Foul ball. Righty delivers. Hit hard, base hit. Jansen around third. Moncada with a relay home. The tag, and that's number 3 inning over. One scores.
I didn't know he was going to try to run.
Solo home run. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. This is Toronto Blue Jays baseball on the Show Canada. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now the DH, Eloy Jimenez. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1. And the righty deals. And that's in for a strike. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack for him tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game, I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're beating him, make this adjustment really quick, because word will get around the league in a hurry.
Makes the grab on the run. out number 2.
Now batting, the right fielder,
Gavin Sheets now at the plate. Next pitch is popped up. Bichette under it. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. Nothing doing for the White Sox. Start the bus. They're down 15-0. Here on the south side, now it's Matt Chapman. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. Chop to third. Moncada gathers and throws to first. And a quick out number 1.
the left fielder, number 25, Dalton Varsho.
So up next for Toronto, Dalton Varsho. That one drilled left field. Benintendi going back some more, pulls it in.
Darn it.
Man, I love that route. The ball was smoked. He knew he had to get back to the track right away. Turned his back on the infield, got to the spot, turned around and made a nice catch.
And first offering is fouled off. And here it comes. Bounce to the left side. Not in time. He legs it out.
Well, that's one of those where you just have to tip your cap because he couldn't have played that one any better. Stood no chance with the speed running down the line.
And now the center fielder, Kevin Kiermaier. And first offering is fouled off. Merrifield off of first with 2 away. Swing and a ball lifted left field. And Benintendi able to make the grab. And that is that. Blue Jays held in check as they can't add to their slim 15-0 lead. Back here on the south side, ready for the bottom of the 8th. And now the first baseman, Andrew Vaughn. And he deals. Foul ball there. And a pitch. Strike 2. Manoah still out there to pitch the 8th and working with a big lead.
He's been excellent, really on his game in this one, and at this point he wants to finish what he started. Yeah, that's a tough pitch to stay on. You don't want to get beat inside, and as you see that pitch continue to run away from you, by the time it's in the catcher's mitt, you think it's a ball off the plate away.
On the ground, right side, and he takes it himself for the out.
Now batting, second baseman, Jake Burger.
2 outs, base is empty. Jake Burger getting ready to hit.
Burger.
Strikeouts. Swings through that one. 0-1.
Pretty amazing, his first pitch strike percentage over 90%. You know you're getting something in the zone first pitch. So if you're a hitter, got to be ready to let it fly, even though he's had a lot of success on that first pitch of the at-bat.
Right-hander kicks, deals. Struck him out looking. We go to the ninth, and now for the Jays, Bo Bichette. Kelly, 34-year-old vet, and he was a third-round pick back in 2009. Kelly back to work. That one down the line.
Nice, right along the line.
The outfield base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. Just found a way to slap that ball down the third baseline. That's really excellent bat control, and it kind of goes back to all those drills you see hitters do off the tee where it's placed in different spots. That was just nice.
And now it's going to be George Springer. And first offering is fouled off. Liner caught it second.
From up here, it looked like that liner might be splitting the gap in right center. That's one of those atom balls you just have to live with as a hitter.
And next for Toronto, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Fouled off. He was late. Bichette stands at first with one out. That one is absolutely belted. And brings it in at
Got it on the line there.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
And here's the catcher, Danny Jansen. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Bichette round second on his way to third. Throw cut off, now to the plate. Slides his hand in there, safe. And the lead continues to grow. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
New pitcher for the White Sox, Aaron Bummer.
New pitcher. What a bummer.
Hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Brandon Bell next up for the Blue Jays. Crushed to right.
Out of here.
Lead the park. Out of here. Home run. A two-run homer. His fourth home run of the game. And they add a couple more. It's
Having quite the game.
18-0. Singy, he's been red hot.
Yeah, another big swing of the bat for him. Man, he is really seeing the ball well in this one. Wow, this is awesome. I mean, a four-homer game, they're just so rare, they're so special, and just so tough to pull off as well. Everything has to line up for you, but of course, you got to make it happen too. These are the types of performances that people just don't forget, and it's definitely going to live on in history.
And here is Matt Chapman, and that one ripped to left, and it goes just foul. Comes up empty on the swing. 0-2 now. Movement for the White Sox in their bullpen. Garrett Crochet preparing to come on if needed. Bummer deals. Swing and a line drive. Base hit out into center field. So a two-out knock keeps the inning alive.
The left fielder, number 25.
Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, it's a really good pass of the ball right there. Just a little bit too quick. He's got to find a way, just let it travel a hair more.
That one ripped. Bangs off the wall. Anderson with a relay throw, and he's out.
Yeah, they got him.
And that ends the inning.
Always exciting to see a play at the plate, trying to score with 2 outs, but the tag just gets him in time, and they cut down the run to end the inning.
Welcome back. Here's the catcher, Seby Zavala. And the pitch. There's the strike. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Swings and misses, and he's down on strikes for the second time today.
Well, when you throw the same pitch back to back, that's how you want to do it. Set him up in the strike zone, then extend a little bit from there and see if you can get him to chase. Nicely done with the slider right there.
Kicks and fires. That clips the zone, and it's 0-2. Goes down looking.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Andrew Benintendi up to the plate. And it's fouled away. Benintendi, the former first-round pick, Golden Spikes Award winner.
BRB.
Swing and a miss. And that is strike 2. And down on strikes he goes. Ball game.
Terrific job in this game. He scattered 2 hits and pretty dominant. Efficient with his pitch count. Got himself all the way to the finish line and finished what he started.
So this one got a little out of hand. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
All right.
Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 17 minutes. Tonight's payday.
Well, that's it for me for tonight. I'm going to go to bed and relax. Thank you for whatever role you played today, Caesar, for sharing. Most recent chatters, Stephanie, Arthur, Walter. If you haven't checked out my YouTube, there's some shorts there that I've been adding for my recent Seattle baseball trip. And there's past streams, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours. If you're wondering about the poll, Superman won with 40% of the vote, and then the rest got 20% of the vote. So 20 for Yoda, 20 for Hermione, 20 for Captain Jack. There you go. All right. Well, have a good night, everyone. Thanks for being here.